Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube Mile Builders Thursday night general hangout. Thursday's hangouts are for the general discussion on mile railroading that we all can set a topic to discuss for the night. My name's Johnny Reb from Southeast Rails. Thursday's hangouts are the proud sponsor of the YouTube Mile Builders, the Tuesday night presentations, the EMAG, and the YouTube Mile Builders live show. I want to say thanks to everyone for joining in tonight's show. Tonight we have Jason, Dwight, Dave, and Andrew from Australia on the panel. Anyone else like to join? The links are posted in the Google Plus Mile Railroaders communities page. Have the Q&A, the YouTube, and the panel link right there. Click on which one you'd like to have. And Dave, he's new kid on the block tonight. First time on the panel.
Gee, thanks.
Hey, nothing wrong with being the new kid.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dave.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So earlier discussion, you said you're just now starting to get back into railroading. You want to clue us in on what scale you're doing and if you're going to, what kind of railroading you want to do?
Well, I'm decided to go back with HO for the grandchildren, and I am in the middle of modeling steel mills. Big steel mill layout, double decker. It's been about, I don't want to say probably 8 or 10 years since I modeled my last steel mill, so we'll definitely be making a run out to Illinois this year for the SIG meet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've bounced from N scale to HO, ON30. I've been all over the board with modeling, so.
Yeah. Got you, Phil. I see that. Now you're going to get me started. Coughing.
I think everyone's cooked tonight.
No, mine's just my son. It's just not leaving me alone.
Hey, Phil. Sorry you're sick.
Yeah. All those out there in the Q&A, you got questions, type them in. We'll see what we can do to get them answered for tonight. So are you going to try and do the steel mills pretty prototypical, or?
Well, right now I'm in the middle of kit bashing a couple of electric furnaces together, modeling one of the charging pits that will be hopefully operational to where lights and everything will work in it properly. But I mean, I've got, you can't see the side of my desk, but it's probably 4 foot tall, nothing but steel mill stuff between furnaces and coke ovens, all that stuff. I mean, I got a good guy up in Adrian, Michigan that really set me up with a lot of this. So a lot of it's not available anymore.
Oh, that's good. Got a resource.
Yeah.
It does make it a lot easier.
Yes, it does. Especially when you find out this stuff's discontinued and the price has gone through the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can't find it cheap on eBay, you're in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. Andrew, how's that laser doing?
Coming along good. I've been back around with it. There's my logo, my railroad.
Hang on. Let me. All right, there you go. Got you presented to.
That's me. Oh, it's coming. Hang on. Oh, it's on my screen. That's my logo for my railroad, Hobo Creek. I've been experimenting with cutting perspex. that's 2mm thick. So I should be able to cut that really fine styrene and start building my own buildings out of styrene.
Oh yeah.
So I've worked out how to cut it, but I've also worked out how I can engrave it. So if I want to do engrave planks on it with actually cutting through, I can do that too. So as soon as I get some styrene, I'm going to start experimenting with that.
Oh, okay.
It's all in the it's a 2-watt laser, and it all depends on the speed in which you have the laser travelling across the job as to whether it's going to cut or engrave. So to cut it out, you go very slowly. To engrave the marks, you go much faster.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get more just a burn type
Give me more of a burn than a
cut. Yeah.
yeah. It's a learning curve.
Now you're building a bigger unit. This unit here is a small unit.
Yeah. I bought myself an old cheapo one from China. Right. They're about $250 US. Very limited in what I can do. No building instructions how to put it together, and no software with it. But I got it working. But I am in the process of building one that's twice that size and a lot more accurate too. So, but I bought that one to play with it. I had to learn G code that you need to run it, and what you can and can't do with the laser. For the scouts, I made up a whole heap of plaques for them. Just learning how to use the laser.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it there, all right. The writing here is actually going around the shape of the letter very fast. So it's a very thin line. But down the bottom here is is where the blue is actually a raster line, which means it's going across back and forth. So it's turning the laser on and off as it goes across. That's why you get the filled-in letter. So there's a lot you can do with it once you get the hang of what it can do and what it can't do. So eventually I want to get some styrene and start designing my own buildings so I can actually do some fine cutting and cut them out and screw them together. I've worked out that I can cut a line that's 1/10 of a millimetre, so I'm not sure what that is in thousandths of an inch. With 25.6 millimetres to the inch, so people can work that out. So all you do is make allowances for the width of the cut for the laser, and you've got a reasonably good straight line. You'll be pretty accurate. And don't forget, I'm doing N scale too, so if you're doing a larger scale, you've got a little bit more tolerance.
Got another question for you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Did you lose another bet?
Yes, I did. Shut up. I'm not going to talk about it.
Andrew, Lloyd, Baden, Paul would be proud of you.
I just noticed. I was sitting there going, wait a minute, there's something different about Andrew, and I realized his beard's nowhere near as long as
That's
it was.
right.
Yeah, I lost 3 inches.
Oh, geez. I want to start betting you for money.
For those that don't know, my beard was down about here somewhere, and I'm also a Cub Scout leader.
Yep.
And I challenged a couple of young girls in the Cub Pack for a challenge, and I lost. And of course, consequently, because I lost the challenge, they got to pick what they were going to do. And of course, naturally, out come the scissors. And off went the beard.
I'm impressed that you build your own laser cutter. That's pretty cool, man.
That came as a kit. You put it together, but there's no instructions for it, so you've got to work it out. I did notice with this particular one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Where is it? On the back side here. This my gantry, X gantry that goes across, the end of the actual aluminium is not actually cut square. So in order to get it lined, so when it'll actually cut a square corner, I had to pack this edge up to twist the whole thing into shape. But what you can't expect much from a little Chinese job. But
well, I got one question here from John, and I'm sure probably Andrew or maybe Dave can answer this one too. How do you super elevate curves? I'm starting my remodel and I'm using Flex Track. Was using Easy Track before. HO if it makes a difference.
I just stuff styrene underneath the outside rail. I mean, it's the easiest way I found.
All right, now a fellow named Joe G's, made some posts where he was doing super elevated. What he started with, like you said, on the outside rail, but he started with 10,000 styrene, right at the curve or just before the curve, and started building it up as he went around the curve and then brought it back down again.
Yep.
I can't remember what kind of thickness he wound up with. I think it was probably somewhere around maybe about 25. Is that the way you did yours, Dave?
Yeah, but I don't remember if it was like 25 or 30 thousandths, but I just did it till I was happy with the curve.
Yeah. Okay.
Same with me. Yeah, same exact thing.
yeah, I think basically that's how I did mine. A lot of people got to remember that most curves on a railway don't suddenly change direction. They don't suddenly go into, say, a 36-inch radius.
Right.
It might start off with a 50-inch radius, then go into the 36, then come out on the 50-inch, back on again. So your super elevation has got to be according to that transition.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, start off like you would an incline, kind of starting from zero and build up.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll help you, John.
Well, I would only add that maybe you do it and don't ballast or glue anything down. See how it works too.
Mr. Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey guys.
About done with the coal loads?
No. I got a halfway through the Beth guns, and I said, oh, I'm gonna have to take a break on it.
Yeah.
You want to stop presenting this, Johnny?
Oh. I guess I can. Yeah, hopefully they'll help you out there, John. Well, anybody else got anything they want to talk about?
Well, I know where Johnny is. There's the Piedmont show coming on.
This
Coming
weekend.
up this weekend.
Yeah.
Also, where I'm from in Central Illinois, Springfield Model Railroad Club, they're going to have a train show on Sunday. It's probably the biggest one south of I-80 for Illinois area. So, yeah, they're going to have a good show, hopefully.
Jason, I have a question on that. Do you go to the DuPage? That's supposed to be the longest running big train show.
I don't go up that way because it's just too far for me.
Too far. Okay. Basically Chicago.
Yeah, it's well, I-80 is south of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So anything north of I-80 is totally different to what this show's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get some people from like Kansas City, Missouri, a lot of Missouri dealers. I think there was one dealer came from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Spring Creek sometimes shows up every once in a while.
Sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm hoping Hunterline will have something at the Piedmont show this weekend. I
Yeah.
could use some more of their dye.
You're going, I assume, John?
Yeah, I want to try and make it sometime this weekend. I don't know exactly when.
You have a specific. Now, John mentioned something he was going to look for. Jason, what? Anything particular you're looking for, Jason? Or
Mostly I'm going to be just trying to find some odds and ends stuff. I'm still dabbing in the idea of doing a flat car train full of John Deere tractors and all that. If I see some, I'll pick them up. I'm not 100% guarantee I'm going to say I'm going to find some, but
John said that there's going to be a train show in Bakersfield, California, this Saturday and Sunday. So
yeah, there's usually a bunch of them all throughout the United States. And
I'm
they're usually around this time.
Sorry, I said I'm going to a hobby shop Sunday.
Yep.
yeah, right now we got shows. I mean, Piedmont's about the biggest one for us here, really. There's going to be some in the Carolinas. I think Tennessee's going to have a few going. I was looking. Because probably next month I may go to the Carolinas. The other ones that are close to the borders, the state lines, and go see what they got. I haven't been to any of those before, so they'll be short trips, as long as they don't take more than about 3 hours to drive to get there.
Definitely.
Just make a day trip out of it.
Go up there, have a little lunch, buy some trains, come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we basically only have one train show a year in my area.
Yeah.
And it's a good 2-hour drive. The problem is they don't very often have anything new there. Sometimes you're lucky and some of the shops are there might have something new, but most of the displays and that are all the same every year.
Yeah. Most of the time people are going just to see what kind of good deals they might be able to get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or looking for that kit that's no longer in production.
Yeah.
But, well, I had a visitor down here. Andy of North Fork Southern and Western. He was down there on business Tuesday and Wednesday. We hooked up Wednesday night. Took him out to Norm's layout, the Brandywine. Oh, shucks, I forgot the last part of that layout. Anyway, I set up a visit for him there. He enjoyed it because Norm does coal trains and all. He also works for TCS, so his steam engines has some really good sounds. Let's see, Phil has a show on the campus of Central Michigan University on the 20th of March. Andrew, I'm getting a little background noise from you. Huh?
I fixed it. Sorry.
Yeah, it couldn't be me. My mic was muted.
It quit when Jason muted you.
You catch Phil's post?
Yeah. Yeah, I just announced it. Uh-oh, here we go. QR Outback. How you doing, Glenn? Bisburn Train Show.
Wow.
The dealers staying way overpriced. In fact, Glenn, if you got a good internet connection, you can come in on the panel if you like. Got plenty of room for you. Andrew could use some competition.
Next thing you know, we'll have Greg in there, and he'll take the place over.
You have been told today, haven't you, Johnny?
Huh?
You have been told today, haven't you?
I heard. I've been told, but I couldn't understand the rest of it.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. What you been doing lately on your layout, Dwight?
Earlier this evening, we were all talking, and I was running my Sioux line. And while that was running, I was putting together a wood caboose I bought from Troy, and you know, waiting for glue to dry, as always. Closer and closer. Eventually, we'll get her done. That's why I'm going to the hobby shop. I need some parts for it.
Yeah. All right, got one from the Redneck Railroad. Where can I get info on the train shows in Tennessee? You can look at the NMRA website. You might just on Google train shows in Tennessee. Jason, you got a better hookup than I do. What can you recommend on that? Got to unmute your mic, Jason, if you're going to talk.
For finding shows,
Yeah.
usually what I do is see if I can find it real quick here. The link I usually go to. I was on it the other day.
Well, excuse me, Jason. I just type in Google train shows in Tennessee.
You can do that. Also, there's this one Pacific. Website that will tell you where the train shows can be at. Let's see here. It's railserve.com, and it does a whole many type of searches you can do. You can do model railroad layout design and track plans. Also, manufacturers, even all kinds of rail fan cams that they got all over the United States, even in other countries. Trying to find it. They do have a show. Category in here. I'm just trying to figure it out where it is.
I'll tell you what, your assignment for this show is to see if there's a Tennessee show going anytime soon.
Okay, I'll find it.
Where at in
I'll
Tennessee?
be back shortly. My landlord just told me the power's going to go off while he does some repair work, so I'll be back later.
All right, Andrew. Oh, Dave, you might want to check Mahler Man Mike's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He does light kits
Okay.
kind of in the beginning stages. You might take a look, see what he might have that you could use. Even drop him a line too, tell him what you're looking for. The Redneck Railroad said he's near Nashville.
Nashville?
Yeah.
Well, I just found one this weekend, but it's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Ooh.
Yeah, I found that one. Let's see here.
Road trip.
Yep, little road trip.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good road trip. Probably about 3 hours for him. Knoxville's
Might be a little bit sooner.
Yeah,
It might be like about.
Nashville's more towards the other end.
Yeah. Knoxville's over on the east part of the border.
Yeah.
Knoxville is. So.
Glenn, go to the YouTube Mile Builders community page. I've got all the links posted there. Q&A, YouTube, and the panel link is the third link there. When you click on it, see the post, you may have to click on read more so that you can find the panel link. Tell you what, Jason, you do this a lot better than I do. If you can, post that in the Q&A link.
Okay.
The website address.
Yeah, I'll go to that quick here. Yeah, get me another box to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I also found here in Dayton that Division 3 of the NMRA was a good source for all the local shows and all that.
It is.
So they had everything posted up, which I was actually surprised compared to the division that was up out of Michigan. They didn't have a whole lot posted for show-wise. So.
Yeah.
I think Division 2 is mine. I forget. The Midwest one.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Redneck will be in the same division as me, which is 7, I believe it is. And he said he's 4 hours, and he was there last weekend. Well, you can go this weekend and be deja vu. Anybody got any questions or comments in the Q&A? You definitely don't want to see me dance or sing.
I think a couple other of us were also looking at different sites. You know, saw, like he said, the Knoxville. We saw the Nashville. There was something. I didn't look at dates at all, though. Yeah. Yeah, if he was just that one, well, that's.
How's that caboose coming, Dwight?
I'm not in that room right now. I wish I could show you. I did find a couple missing parts. That's why I'm going to the hobby shop. I was supposed to make my own grab irons. I'm going to buy some. I got a plastic smokestack. I'm going to buy a metal one. I need to buy couplers and trucks for it. It didn't come with either of those.
Yeah.
And then hopefully it would get all that installed. And I can paint the puppy, and yeah. When I get it done, I'll show you. It is my proudest moment, but it's a good start to learn how to do wood stuff. I'm definitely going to build some more wood stuff, like buildings, for instance. I want to do more wood.
Well, hopefully you took some pictures and maybe be able to post a slideshow.
You're a very hopeful person, John. I could do it now before I get too far with it, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, Phil wants to be a funny man. Can you pat your head and rub your tummy?
He ain't too sick, is he? What's that pony and dance routine? What's that called? I don't know. There's a term for that. Pony show or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. That's all I need is a bunch of comedians in the Q&A.
That's why they call it a peanut gallery.
Yeah.
We are a very serious group of model railroaders. There's no humor involved here at all.
Yeah. All right. Jason has posted the train show, Johnson City, Tennessee, June the 3rd and 4th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. East Tennessee State University, ETSU Memorial Center.
Well, that's not too far off when you think about it. If you save your money, that'd be about time to go then.
Mm-hmm. Set admission for individuals $5.
We've got a couple coming up. If he wants to drive in Minnesota, I can take him to a couple.
Yeah, Andy was a little disappointed when he found out the Piedmont show was this weekend. And he had to leave Thursday.
That bummed him out, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see what that's like, too. I've seen pictures that you posted last year.
Yeah, I'll take some more this year if I'm out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Question, Dave.
Yeah.
I see you're working on a model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like to pre-paint your parts, or do you build in sections and then paint?
It all depends on the part, where it's going to go. Is it visible? One of them deals. Like this here. I mean, the charging units are already put together. I'm waiting for it to warm up outside, quit raining, so I can get my airbrush out, do that. I'll do the interior of this once I get everything together, so I can do it all at one shot.
Yeah.
But this one, I mean, it'll be spray painted. A couple different. The majority of them, like, I don't know, it's there's probably half a dozen kits here that I'll paint when they're all together, like the Hewletts. I'll end up painting those all as one. I'm not going to paint them individually. But most of the steel mill stuff will be painted individual, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking metal, aren't we, Dave?
Kits?
Yeah.
The only thing I have in metal kits are the Pollock cars. Everything else is Walthers, or I'll have to scratch build out of Evergreen and Plastruck.
Yeah. How you doing, dude? Long time.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, Jim's not feeling too well today, or tonight, so I'll go do that.
There's room for the panel in here, isn't there, Johnny, for a guy like him?
Yeah, if he's got 50 cents, I guess we could let him on. Dude, right now his internet connection is kind of iffy.
He's sitting in the boat.
Nah, he said he's been sicker than a dog.
Oh, no.
Missed work.
That's terrible. Well, a lot of people have been sick in there, man.
Yeah.
Is that warm weather now? Everybody's going outside, you know? I don't know. What's going
No,
on?
it's more of a bug.
No. Huh.
Yeah, my wife has had it since January 19th, and she still can't shake it.
Oh, God, don't talk that way. I
I
don't
tell you what, last year I got sick last week of December. Stayed sick for 5 months.
Jeez.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, mate.
Mr. Glenn, how you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Made it in. Good to see
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, mate. I got no camera at the moment.
Oh, that's okay.
Something wrong with the camera. So yeah. So
And Jay, the Redneck Railroader said, "Thank you, Jason. I will check it out."
Glenn, you can just take Andrew's place. That's all. We keep Australia in here the whole time.
that's right. That's right.
So, how's the mates around you doing? Like Greg and all them, Stu?
I haven't. I was. We had a run day on Sunday at Stu's place. Greg couldn't make it. He was working, I think. So yeah. So we had a good day there. It was 4 of us there running a few trains at Stu's place. Yeah.
Huh.
So it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I missed a run day in January. I was working, and Greg was there then, and he was telling Stu that as soon as the weather cools down here a bit, we're going to have most probably be another run day at Greg's place. So yeah. So I'll catch up with him eventually. Yeah. So yes, at the moment we just have run day at Stu's place on the first Sunday of each month. Yeah.
And he's what, in scale, Stu?
No, HO.
HO? Okay. So you're the only in scaler then.
Yeah, I'm only in, but I've got 3 HO locos that I run on as layout. I've got an NS C30-7, and I've got a BN U33, and I got a Great Northern U33.
Dude said he. Oh, go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, so yes, I run them on Stu's layout. They're there all the time. Yeah. So yeah, Stu's top bloke. Yeah, really helpful.
Did you recognize him?
Who's Stu?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. So he's a really good modeler. Yeah. He's very particular in what he does, you know. So no, he's a really top bloke. Yeah, I like him. We get along fine. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have my camera charged up last Sunday, so I didn't shoot any video. Yeah, but I'll shoot some video next time we're up there.
Okay, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Dude said he's had walking pneumonia. Pneumonia.
Yeah. I sent him a spell check.
Now, in Idaho, they have ammonia.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Phil has decided to get a little serious. Best way to make a 90-degree corner a nice, smooth transition, making the corner disappear. Tried foam, and that's a big bust. I would say using a triangular-shaped piece of wood, which I can't remember, is in the trim molding. They do make molding. They'll fit 90-degree corners. They'll give you a pretty smooth transition from one wall to the next. You can also find cove molding, and I know Phil's using masonite for his backdrop, so Both of those could be put in place with liquid nails. Yeah, you may have to stand there and hold it for a few minutes until it starts to tack up, where it'll stay itself, unless he wants to drive a few finish nails in it. And if you do that, Phil, drive them at an angle, probably downward. You know, when you're driving into the masonite, so it kind of pulls the molding into it. You know, any y'all got any ideas for making a 90-degree corner disappear or smooth it out?
Yeah, well, how big a run's he got to the corners? How much room can he afford to come out?
Right.
He's already got the backdrops up, Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just get another piece of masonite and just fold it around. You know, get a piece, say, 18 inches long, whatever what height his backdrop is, and just push it into the corner until you get a nice corner, and just glue it and screw it in there.
Yeah,
and then you can just feather off the edges with the thickness of the masonite with a bit of plaster or something, or whatever you guys use over there, drywall bedding or something, just to transition it in.
Yeah, the drywall doesn't work too well on the masonite. It tends to doesn't adhere to it very well, so once it gets dry, it tends to fall off. I think his Miles Hale was talking about using some kind of caulking. It's kind of a silicone type caulking that doesn't dry out; it stays rubbery.
Yeah. Something. Yeah, we have a product over here called No More Gaps. It's a acrylic filler like that. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, the masonite. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another product.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have another product here. It's called Builder's Bog. It's something like filler they use on car repairs. It's sort of like a bog, and it's a 2-pack resin you mix up, and you can put that on, and that sticks really well to masonite.
Yeah, that sounds like what we call Bondo.
Yeah, Bondo. Yeah. And see, the beauty of that is you can put it on, and while it's going off, you can shape it before it completely goes hard. But that sticks pretty well on masonite.
Yeah, because Bondo, once it hardens up, that's it. Well, I tell you.
You see it for good, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be there with a sander for a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of it. That's why you shape it while it's still going off.
Yeah.
So you keep the sanding to a minimum.
Yeah, well, Phil said his track is 2 inches from the corner, and what he tried was the spray foam, and he said that was definitely a mess.
Definitely, yeah. Been there, done that.
Oh yeah, that stuff's evil.
Yeah.
I've seen them over here in the building game. Like they put like a big spa bath in a bathroom, instead of packing up underneath the base of the spa bath with like bricks and mortar and stuff. They use that expander foam. I've seen them pump that much of that expander foam in there, and as it's gone off, has actually lifted the spa bath out of the base.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this bugger of that foam stuff it's a bugger to work with if you're trying to get a finish or anything on it.
Yeah, I think I'd just try the wood next time, Phil. You're at Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards. That's what y'all got up there. Look in their molding section and see what they got there in a cove molding or a triangular shape molding that you can just put in the corner and I'll take that 90 degrees out since you got track work so close.
Mm.
That's probably going to be your best bet there.
You can get in different widths too. That's the nice part. You don't have to.
Yeah, well, if his track's only about 2 inches off the backdrop, something like about a 2-inch cove mould would sit in there quite nicely.
Mhm.
Still get the clearance from the track.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said that about the drywall not working, because I just put up a valance around my upper level, and I was thinking about putting spackle and everything else on it. Now I know not to.
Yeah.
You got to watch Troy's presentation during the week. Check in on his when he's here during the week, unless he comes in tonight. His is like a museum piece, gorgeous. What is that stuff, Johnny? Is that hardboard? What do you call that? What did he use? Remember what Troy used for his fascia? Remember what it's called? John, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You dropped out, Johnny.
Oh, how about now? Yeah, it's called masonite.
There you go. Thanks. Yeah.
Some people call it hardboard.
Hardboard masonite. Thank you.
Now, where Troy's at, when he goes to buy it, it's got a smooth finish on both sides. He used to be able to get it where it's smooth on one side, rough on the other. Now, down here, since he said that, I was at Home Depot one day, so I did go look at the masonite we have here, and it's still smooth on one side and rough on the other side.
Oh.
Yeah, same down here. Yeah, the shit they sell down here is like that, smooth one side, rough the other. But not many people use it down here anymore because it just, with our weather conditions down here, it just buckles up too much. That's why we use a lot of ply.
Yeah, that's one thing about it. Well, I think that's the reason why out there where Troy's at, they've got both sides smooth, is to help with the humidity.
Yeah.
He did stay in his basement where he operates out of. The temperature control is the same pretty much all the time. He did make a point of that. So it's not an issue for him.
Yeah, I think in an environment where you've got a stable temperature, it would be no problem. But when you go from environments where you go from one extreme to the other, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that handicap group that I volunteered with for a while was building a Lionel train layout for them, and I put masonite around their table, but unfortunately it was in a warehouse and it leaked. The roof leaked and everything else, but where the table was, the leaks missed the table by about a foot. You know, they were about a foot outside the table, but also water was running in on the floor, you know, stuff like that. So that place, when it rained, had real high humidity, and that masonite looked worse than an ocean. Yeah, I mean, it waved on me, and I had it screwed pretty good. But yeah, if you got high humidity, masonite's not the thing to do. Dave said same here, so I'm assuming his is slick finish both sides.
Okay.
But I mean, masonite is good. I mean, it looks good, but you know, like Glenn and all y'all saying, if you got humidity swings, and especially high humidity, yeah, not a good thing. Now, Andy was looking at some plexiglass. And we were in a hangout, and Miles was there. Oh, dude said rough on one side. But Miles said what he uses is plexiglass, and he gets the one that is got a smooth finish on one side, but it's got textured on the other side. And the plexiglass is already black, has a black color to it. And he always puts it up with the texture side out. That way he didn't have that many fingerprints, and fingerprints didn't show up on it.
Yep.
And he was getting it, I think, in 1/8 thickness, which is about the same as masonite. It's 1/8. So you still got the same thickness there. But he likes the plexiglass. He's been using that for a long time.
That's what I've got. Yeah, plexiglass. Mine's clear on both sides, though.
Yeah. But he always used the one that has a rough side and sticks that one out, just to make it easier to clean up because it doesn't show fingerprints.
And the main reason I went to plexiglass, glass, easy for me to say, is that I do have a humid area, and I knew that would take any humidity that it could throw at it, and it has.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah, plexiglass will handle that, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you put yours up, what'd you do? By an inch above the top of the layout, or?
Approximately, yeah, about that.
And it's all straight topped. You didn't do any profile on it or anything?
No profile, no.
Yeah.
I drilled nice holes so I have nice looking screws in there and everything, so it looks nice and clean cut and everything.
Yeah.
You can glue it on. I screwed it in naturally.
Oh yeah.
Countersunk. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How wide is it? About 6 inches?
How wide? You mean each piece?
Yeah, the plexiglass. How wide did you make your fascia?
Oh yeah, it sticks up about an inch, and let's see, I would say 6-8 inches. Yeah.
Yeah. Total is about 6 inches wide. That's usually about what people put on.
Mm-hmm. I saw that at train clubs, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. You can still look through, and yet, kids can't get their hands on there easily, and because I do have grandchildren, and neighbor kids,
Yeah, and you get a derailment, at least you know nobody's going to hit the floor.
That too.
Yeah.
I actually put a little river against my plexiglass. I got a little river that sort of rims the inner of a horseshoe.
Oh, yeah?
So I put a little river up against that plexiglass.
That looked good.
Between the ground, if you would call it, the earth, and then that plexiglass. So I got little boats in there and stuff, and fishermen and things like that. I told Johnny a while, maybe last year or earlier this year or later last year, when I did it. Who was I talking to? Some about that? One of you guys. I had not done the right mixture for the water when I used that Envirotex, and it never dried one section of it. So Andy and I were all talking about stuff to put on top of that, and I finally ended up putting a what's the clear white stuff that dries clear?
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge. I put that on top, and that finally dried it out nice enough that I could touch it without getting sticky fingers. Once it's in there, you don't take it apart, John.
Yeah. You got any skinny dippers?
I do not. I got some bathing people in a little lake. I thought about doing that. Yeah, it's tempting. My wife would give me a hard
Like
time.
the rest of us, he's got grandkids.
Yeah, well, wife would not have a sense of humor about that.
Especially when you got T-shirts laying over on the bank that's got your name and her name on them.
Yeah, I thought about putting a little scroll on the brick wall and say Johnny Reb was here.
Moonshine still, and I'll show you how to make a shiner's fire.
You can always do like Gino, put a couple of billboards up with different people on them.
Oh yeah. I have yet to get my big bill for mayor yet. I don't have that sign. I want one.
Yeah, I have a good laugh every time I see that on Gino's on his layout.
Yeah. Well, Gino's layout too. It's such a fantastic layout.
He does some great work.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
I think the last time one of his updates, when I saw the big bill for mayor sign, I think I posted something to Gino about, hasn't he rolled over and died yet?
Yeah.
I got a comment from Big Billy and a big laugh about it.
Yeah, and you got Mauler Man Hat Club.
Yeah, that's a beauty too.
And now you got the EMAG advertising billboard
Yeah.
on there. So
That's good. Yeah.
I guess I'll have to drop a bug in his ear and see if we can't get a Johnny Reb Moonshine billboard in there somewhere.
I can second the motion if you want.
Yeah, especially if the billboard's on top of the shop that says Johnny's Moonshine Supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would look good. Yeah, big billboard on the top of the shop with Johnny's Moonshine Supplies on it.
Yeah, and actually, when you call the phone number, I answer.
Dave, you were so busy there, man. You're just putting us all to shame here.
I've got like 40 buildings I have to build. My granddaughter has been bugging me, so I have to get something on there. Even if it's just an outline of a building, just so she could watch the train go in and out of it, just to make her happy. I mean, we went to Toys R Us, picked up at Christmas time a cheap battery-operated one, and I put it together just threw it like on a 3x5 piece of plywood and made a frame for it. We put it in the middle of the dining room. She plays with that thing for hours, and that's her highlight now. She knows I don't want to see Grandma. I want to see Grandpa. I want to go play trains. Okay.
How old is she?
3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, and now my oldest son, his soon to be stepchild, he's 7 or 8, but he's getting interested in it. So I'm trying to get the younger generation involved as much as I can. That way we can try to preserve the hobby.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't gotten into video games yet, thank God, or has he?
Oh no, he has.
Same with mine.
Jason is sort of one of them special children. He's a genius as far as I'm concerned, and I mean the school he's in is just. He don't belong in that school. He belongs in a little bit different school, and a great kid though. But he is very adamant to detail, and that's where I'm going to get him involved with the building and these models, and we'll be like, okay, hey, this is what we're going to do. See how he does. Go from there.
Teach him how to use glue, right?
What's that?
Teach him how to properly use glue and where to use it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I figure I probably got, let's see, probably 2 more years with my granddaughter before she says I don't want nothing more to do with Grandpa. I don't want his trains, nothing. So I'm going to enjoy it while I can.
Mine still, Dave, mine still like looking at them and playing with them when they're here. But as far as getting excited about it, that luster has worn off a little bit because they'd rather roller skate or play a video game or things like that.
Well, and that's, unfortunately how this generation is, and that's why I'm trying to, with the grandkids, I'm trying to old school them. Go out, play, be creative, use your mind, figure stuff out. You got snow out there, go build a fort.
It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nowadays video games don't teach you anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
The kids nowadays, they don't have the creativity that we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
Or
That's
Well,
practice.
it's just like when I was working, we got this CNC machine lathe, which is
Yeah.
computer operated. Well, I went to a local technical school to take a course on it.
Right.
They got a 3-year machine shop. So I got started into that. And once I got all my prerequisites done, because teacher, we had a little talk, and he goes, "Oh, you need all this first." So I spent my first year getting all the prerequisites done. And then I got into the machine shop part, even though I've been working in the field for 20 years. Yeah. But walked in, and we were doing the CNC part. And we come in, and everybody, we go in the classroom. There's a computer sitting on all the desks. And we get there, we sit down, and everybody automatically reaches over and hits the power button. They don't come on. Teacher walks in, he does roll call. And a couple of them go, "Hey, our computers are not coming on." He says, "No, and they won't for at least 3 months."
Oh.
We go, "What?" He says, "Yeah. Well, how are we going to program the machines?" He said, "There's a handout on each one of your tables. You're going to take that and start reading it. And you're going to learn how to manually program the machine." And they're going, "What? But we have software." He says, "Yes, you do. And you will learn how to use the software. But to be able to understand the software and how it works, you got to do it by hand first."
Yep.
He said, "What happens when the computer network goes down?" "Well, then we get a break. We don't have to work." He says, "No. Now you can start programming the machine by hand and keep working. Then you get a raise. You get promotions. You're not sitting there like a bump on a log telling your boss, 'Hey, I can't do nothing. The system's down.' When your CRT and everything on the machine is still up and running, you can program right there at the machine." So that's what we did for the first 3 months. We did all manual programming. I tell you what, I was glad he did it that way. He definitely better understood the software and how it worked and how to get it to write the programs you wanted. And plus, once it got done, when the computer generates the program, that's not necessarily the best way for that machine to run, the most efficient way. So because I knew manual programming, once it generated the program, I went back and read it. I could go back in there and make changes on the lines to make it a more efficient running program. Yeah. I got another question up here from Phil. Metal wheel is good to use. So what is a good metal wheel to use to replace plastic wheels that is not priced so high that you have to sell your firstborn to buy 100 of them? Not into paying for a name. Well, I don't know of any particular name for wheel. I mean, manufacturers, I think all of them do a pretty good job, but metal wheels, no matter who you buy it from, it's going to be a little pricey anyway.
Yeah.
I know there's metal wheels sold by Bachmann that are better priced. I don't know if they're the best quality.
Yeah, because you want to make sure you can adjust those wheels
Yeah,
to keep it engaged.
exactly.
Yeah, I think he said he uses all the Intermountain wheels. I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, and he has like Stu's got a lot of rolling stock, and I think they're just about other than that, the Atlas wheels are really good. I found, but anything else he's got there, it's not Atlas. They all running into mountain wheels. Yeah, they really seem to be really good. Yeah, run nicely.
Yeah. Well, Philip, we have talked with him about the other shows, and I know that Andy always, or Troy or Andy always says, better to buy 100 of them or so and be done with it. You'll get a better price than if you try to buy 8 at a time. Like they come in those packages of 8.
Yeah, yeah.
The cheapest I've ever seen is something up to $13.
What's that, Jason?
There are actually 12 wheels in
Pardon
there.
me, 12, Jason. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
And Katie, Proto, and Intermountain. They all do that in the package of what would be 2 or 3 cars, depending on what type of car you're doing. If you're doing the 6-axle, it'll be 2 cars. If you're doing the 4-axle ones, you can get 3 cars in a pack.
Yeah.
And you're looking from $8 to $11.
Yep. I've actually paid more than that once or twice when I badly needed them. I think the lowest I've ever paid was $7.90, $7.87 or something like that for 12.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do Intermount do bulk packs as well?
Yep.
Intermountain does bulk pack. I'm not sure.
In plastic bags.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think if they're manufacturing wheel sets, they would do them in bulk packs.
Let's see.
Yeah, just so I got to get a few. I've got quite a few in-scale cars that have got plastic wheels on. I want to change out. Yeah, so I got to start looking. And our Aussie dollar is starting to climb up against the US again. So looks like it won't be too long, and we'll be able to start buying from the US again at a good price.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy has said that Fox Valley are terrific wheel sets, or Troy has said. And I bought one package, and they're beautiful, but they ain't cheap. You know, depends on how much money. I see what Phil's saying, though. You know, that's how far do you want to take yourself into the hobby with money? You know.
Yeah, I think what you got to look at, especially when you're working on a budget, you know, you just got to try and get what you can afford to get the best value for dollar, you know, and what works for you.
Right.
You know, if you can pick up wheel sets, you know, like you're saying, for $8 or $9, $10, and they work just as well as $12 or $15 or $20 ones, you know, you got to go that way. But if you got money's no option, well, you can afford to buy the top dollar stuff all the time.
When I bought those Fox Valley ones, they pointed out, no, you know, there's 36, 33 inch, right?
Yeah.
28, whatever. Well, they pointed out there's also the different, is that the length from the point to point or what? There's different lengths for different type of cars. Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. I'm not that into it that much. I just noticed that they pointed that out.
Yeah, I've seen on some of the sites for wheel sets, they ask you whether you're using Atlas trucks or Intermountain or Microtrends trucks.
Yeah.
So there might be, you know, have seen advertised that there's they advertise different wheels for different manufacturers of the trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I need to look into too is changing wheels, changing couplers. I've got a lot of old cars that have the horn hooks.
Well, I got a little excited since you brought up couplers, Johnny. I got a little excited about these Sargent. I looked them up a little bit more now since Andy showed me those, and they're awfully nice. If you're not into uncoupling with a coupling ramp, with magnetic ramps, they work beautiful. They're tight as can be. They are American made. They're not China stuff. But I don't know if
they're not cheap either.
they're not cheap, and you have to. All your cars have to be there. They will not couple with KD couplers. They're different size, different shape. And that's pretty expensive. Then starting changing all your stock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing of it is, the horn hook is actually a better coupler anyway.
Yeah, it holds better.
Yes.
Once you couple them, those suckers will stay there.
Yeah, they'll slide up and down too on different elevations.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not the easiest thing to uncouple.
No. And they don't look real at all, but
No, they're totally different design, but yeah, I kind of debated that since I was just freelance, you know.
Mm-hmm. Same with me.
Just do like I did on John's layout. I took a couple of box cars and turned them into what we call transition cars. Put knuckle coupler on one end, left the horn hook on the other.
Mm-hmm.
That way, he didn't have to change out all of his couplers.
Sure.
He'll be able to hook up to his engines. All the engines he's got knuckle couplers.
Mm-hmm. And then I was always the KD number 5 for many years, but I think I'm going to go more. If I buy new ones, I'll probably stay with the 58s now with the whiskers springs, so they don't have to deal with that brass spring all the time. I've always bent those or scratched them or something. I'm very careless with those.
But the number 5 is the easiest one to uncouple with a pick.
It is. Sure. You're right.
Yeah. So, like, if you're doing operations, I know a lot of people say if they're running operations, they'd rather use the number 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do away with that brass piece in there. Just put a shim in, still use a whisker. Got a number 5 come with a whisker on it too? Did you get that?
No.
No? Okay.
And one of our fellows the other night, he asked about that. He was putting together, I think it was David DS or somebody, I forget who it was now, just the other night. Can I put a 58 in a number 5 pocket with the brass spring? No, you can't. He tried it, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we told him, take out that brass piece and just put the spring, the whisker one in there, and it worked fine after that.
You have to shim it a little bit, take the place of the spring.
Yeah, and I did the same thing. I tried to put the whisker type in the brass spring type pocket, and I wondered why it didn't work.
Mm.
Yeah. Probably what I'll be buying at the train shop when I go Sunday. I'll be buying some more couplers.
Yeah, I need to start doing that too. I'm down to, I think, 1 pair.
Mm.
So that'll be something I'll do when I get a chance to.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a submarine is going under the water.
Yeah, just checking the message on my phone.
Yeah, sonar is pinging.
Exactly. Oh, that's cute. Holy cow, I was just sitting there Wondering why one of the TV shows was coming on. I didn't realize how much fun we've been having. Boy, just the time zipped by.
Yeah. Oh, Dave, I didn't ask. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, not yet. Not yet. That's in the works to come, but I gotta get a camera that I can run about 25 foot of cord out to my computer.
Mhm.
But I do have a Facebook deal. It's under Lemke Railroad, and it's showing everything so far from clearing out the room to where I'm at now, on the layout at least. Doesn't show much of the buildings, but that's to come.
Yeah. All right. You got any way of shooting video or just taking still pictures?
With that old camera of mine, I wouldn't trust it to do video.
Oh, you take still pictures, right?
Oh yeah, that stuff I do. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, because
But
you can always use the YouTube video editing software and just make a slideshow.
okay.
And that's pretty easy software to use because when I got started in it, that's what I was using. I didn't have anything else. And of course, now I graduated to Pinnacle and trying to learn that. I do my video editing with it, but everything's still pretty simple. But, you know, I got my intros and transitions working a lot better.
Donnie makes a good point, Dave. There's a few fellas here that are very good at such things, videos and how to post properly things, and you've got some good advice there. And they know some good cameras that they've tried and didn't try, headphones they tried and didn't try, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just got to ask.
Yeah, that's probably going to be next month's project, is to get the camera for the room. That way I can run it through the ceiling and the rafters and that and come down the wall and all that and get it installed properly so it doesn't look like crap.
Are you talking about using just a standard type camera or a web type?
Web type.
Good.
I had a small one on my saltwater tank that I ran through my controller, my Apex controller, which worked great. I mean, but it was only on a 5-foot cord, so I had to mount it close to the face of the fish tank. It was fine, you know, but I got that long run to get over there, and I tried to connect USBs through it. It's all fuzzy, so it's I need to get something a little bit better quality.
Yeah, the webcams don't like getting over 15 feet, really. And even at 15 feet, you better off buying the USB cable that has the booster made on the end of it.
Right.
Now, what I'm doing here, Andy told me to give it a try, and I did. I bought Cat 6 cable, 25 feet.
Okay.
And I bought the USB adapters that go to each end. And then I bought a powered USB hub, 4-port hub.
Okay.
I think I paid $10 on Amazon for this powered hub.
Well, that ain't bad.
Yeah, and what I've done is I'm using a Logitech C920 webcam. Has a built-in microphone, and it does good for a webcam. A lot of people in the Hangouts are using the C920s. And I'm using that on that Cat 6 cable, and I plug it in. Of course, I got another, 6-8 feet or maybe 10 feet of cable on the camera. Now, it's kind of you got a bunch of wires there because you got to run your drop cord for the powered USB hub, because it has to be on the very end of the Cat cable at the far end.
Okay.
From the computer.
Right.
Because what it's doing is the camera is plugged into the hub. That way the hub being powered, it helps boost the signal. And the Cat 6 cable has a real fast data transfer rate.
That's right, yeah.
So it helps support the camera's signal back to the computer. Now, Phil has tried that, because he can't move the computer close to his layout. And he ran the Cat 6 and all, but it didn't, for whatever reason, he's having a problem. The camera works good, the mic doesn't. He's on wireless headphones, and his mic won't work when he's got the camera plugged in like that. We haven't figured that one out yet. Yeah,
Huh.
we're working on it.
Your camera
Right.
we're looking at right now, right?
Huh?
What we're looking at you right now, that's the camera?
No. I'm using a Logitech C250H.
Is that running off a powered
No, it's plugged directly in. It's a USB plugged
Yeah.
directly into a computer.
okay, but it's very good, Johnny. It's a good picture.
Yeah, it's just plugged directly into the back. Well, one thing is my machine's built for video,
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that helps out a lot too.
Mhm. Exactly. That's a good point. Some aren't.
And I did change my internet connection because my internet before was on the phone line, and I went to cable internet, Comcast, making a lot higher speeds for upload and download, and they're guaranteed where the phone company won't guarantee a speed.
Right.
You want videos?
You and I got the same one, I know.
Okay. Which one you
Yeah, it does make a difference, doesn't
This
it?
one is supposed to be
Yeah.
episode 2. All it is
Yeah.
a video of courses. There's not episode 2.
What's that?
No, it's episode 3.
I'll have to re-download it for you.
You always fuck everything up on what you do.
Oh, he's helping us out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ooh, the missus is not happy.
I want to walk in on occasion too and just say this or that. I'm online with the guys. I was recording.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Anyway, boys, I gotta go. And pick up my granddaughter. So I'll try and get back and catch us in the. You're doing a hangout after the show?
All right, Glenn. Yeah, good to see you
Glenn?
again.
Glenn,
Yeah.
one question before you go. Glenn,
Yeah.
when are you Aussie boys all going to get together and do a presentation sometime? We were talking about that, John. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I've mentioned it to the boys, and everybody seems interested. So it's just a matter of getting down and setting up a date and working from there. But yeah, I'll have a talk. Hopefully, Greg will be at the next run day
There you go.
next month. So if he's there, I can. We'll try and nut something out and get back to you guys. So whether we're going to do a, for us, it'll be like a Sunday presentation or a hangout, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Glenn,
'cause-
one thing we need to do is we need to do a dry run first.
yeah.
Good
Yeah,
point.
because I think it was the last time I was on the after show hangout when Big Bill was on.
Yeah.
He was saying that about it. So Bill sent me his email address. So he said, when you get something sorted out, he said, get in touch, send me an email, and then he said, we can start working out on what the setup's going to be and where you're going to do it, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, but it will be good to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to do a dry run first, or otherwise Murphy is going to have a lot of fun with us, you know.
John knows him too well. May I make a suggestion to you guys?
Yeah.
Could you guys invite Lord Stan?
Well, we'll have to see about that.
If he's not too intoxicated.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, brother.
All right, mate. Yeah. Well, I'll try and get back a bit later on for the after show hangout. So yeah. So once I can get everybody together on the day, we can we can work something out and then get back to you guys, and we can organise something, and it'd be really interesting to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
bro.
you guys all have a good night, and I'll try and get back and catch up with you on the after show hangout.
All right, Glenn. Be good to see you.
Hey, Glenn.
Okay. Bye.
Good night.
Well, telling him to sleep well. Hell, he's probably just having lunch.
It's coming up on about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock Friday afternoon for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about 16 hours ahead of us.
Jason's doing a demo here, John.
Hmm.
I think he's weathering.
Yep, doing a little bit of weathering.
And it's not a coal car.
Nope. It's a tool car.
Ah.
It's gonna be one of them cars I'm gonna have behind one of the steam engines for excursions. Right now I'm just letting it dry a little bit.
What are you doing? Blacking out the sides and all?
Actually, it's I got a mixture of. Let's see, where is it? Mixture of burnt umber, burnt sienna, and I got a little bit of black. I'm just filling in areas.
Yeah, okay.
That's about it.
When that dries, will you wipe that again off now then? How are you going to do that?
What the?
What you put on there on the sides now?
I'll just leave it the way it is.
Just leave it the way it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to have to weather that top, too.
Yeah, I'll have to go over it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I still got a little bit of mixture of this watered down burnt sienna or umber. I think it's a burnt umber. Got it watered down, or not watered down. It's actually just rubbing alcohol. I'll go over it right now.
Will you be putting graffiti on there also, or just leave it?
No, this one here will be strictly just rusted up or grimed up. It's typically just going to be a tool car for my soon-to-be steam excursions.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be with the 611 one I got, but it'll be with just a small loco that I'll use.
Yeah, we need to start getting people to do more videos or either still picture slideshows. What they're
Yeah.
doing. D-White.
Yeah, I know. And I've got all kinds of cameras. That used to be one of my hobbies.
Yeah.
Got to be too expensive, though.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I had my own darkroom and everything, John. And it's stunk up the house and cost too much, and my eyesight got worse and worse. And I thought, oh, the heck with that.
I've got black and white and larger. I never did put together. I thought I was going to do some developing too, but didn't work out that way. Got a $5,000 camera sitting over there.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a Veronica with an ETRS viewfinder.
Sure.
2 1/4 camera.
2 1/4. Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, one of those that you buy in pieces. You buy the body and the
Mm-hmm.
viewfinder and the lens, and
Mm-hmm.
add 2 backs to it, 120 backs, so I could change.
Yeah, you went real professional there.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. Didn't work out. Me and weddings just weren't getting along.
Yeah.
Of course, me and divorce court didn't get along either, but yeah.
Yeah.
You just didn't have the right judge.
Sometimes that's true. Yeah, that's
True.
Trust me, when I got my divorce, I came out smelling like roses, and she made an example of my ex-wife in the middle of a courtroom.
Yeah, I wish that had happened here, but instead, Georgia, they favor the woman.
Well, usually Michigan does too, and I just lucked out. I mean, I've known the judge for a while because of my tow company up in Michigan, so I knew a little bit about her, and I knew not to open my mouth in her courtroom.
Yeah.
that's usually a good case in every case. Yeah.
Yeah, I made out like a bandit, and she got shafted. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying about the still photos and that. I mean, I think I posted one up earlier of the layout with the valance up and the new LED lighting that I'm not still too keen on, but I think I put that up there earlier on Google Plus.
I think I remember you posted something.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll start putting more up there. I gotta figure all that fun stuff out because that's new waters to me.
And that's what you do when you get retired or grandpa age. You do things like that.
Oh, I can't retire until I'm dead, unfortunately.
Speaking from experience to what?
Absolutely. Johnny and I both didn't want to quit working when we quit working. Wasn't our plan to do that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
No. But you have to keep your mind busy doing something else. So.
Trust me, I got 30 years in the automotive field, and 10 of that as a tow company owner. So it's my mind never sits.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have one of those glass windows where people would come up and swear at you and pay their bills?
Oh, I didn't have to worry about glass windows. My tow company was in Ann Arbor. There's 5 colleges in 3 square miles, and we were right in the middle of it, and I loved every minute of it. No, I used to let them in the office. Come on in, sit down. I wouldn't treat them bad. I mean, granted, we have one lady that accused us of stalking her daughter because we got her 3 times in 5 days.
Oof.
Impounded her car. But finally, the last time I asked her, I said, "Look, how much you pay for Eastern Michigan University? About $40,000 a year." She's like, "About that." I'm like, "Well, you better go get your money back because your daughter don't know how to read. You got a big old sign. It's like 2 foot by 5 foot out the front entrance. Parking permit only."
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Dave, Phil wants to know if you're from Michigan, another one of us
Ganders.
Ganders.
Yeah. I'm not an Ooper, but I'm a Michigander.
Oh, you're not an Ooper?
Nope. I spent many a time up there, though, and I love it up there.
I'll bet you like pasties, though.
Oh, God, do I ever.
Ain't nothing up in the UP. There's not a damn thing up there, but the pasties sure taste good.
Well, I'll tell you what. They get snow. They get snow. You want elk, that's the place to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, we're kind of drifting way off subject here. So. Yeah. My bosses let me know when I drift too far, and I'm the one started it this time. But Dave, we're going to start an after show if you want to come back into that.
All right.
Into the Hangout. Also, let you know, when you get ready to start doing the mic or the headphones or whatever, check out the community page, see if there's a hangout going on. Jump in there. You know, we'll try and help you out with that too. Tell you what we found works and doesn't work.
Okay.
You know, what we're having to do. That'll kind of help you save a little time and aggravation. You know,
All right. I appreciate it.
yeah, the hangouts usually, one way or another, help pay off. It's a good place to get information and stuff. So.
Well, I've since I found you guys just after the first of the year. I mean, I've gone back through, watched a lot of other videos, and you guys. I wish I would have found you much sooner. I really do.
Me too.
So.
Yeah.
But
Well,
thanks for letting me hang out tonight on the panel, though. Thank you.
yeah, that's no problem. Glad to have you here. Yeah. Anytime you want to come in on the panel here on the show, it's every Thursday night. So,
Okay.
yeah. This is the general hangout. Tuesday nights have usually a topic oriented.
Right.
So, once you get your still going a little bit better or where you like to be on it, we'll probably have you in on Tuesday night show too. You'll be the whole show.
Oh, gee, thanks. Let me go have a couple of mixed drinks first, so I can relax a little bit.
Yeah. Well, just as long as the tongue's not hanging out while your head's off to the side.
No.
As long as you don't fall asleep during the show, you'll be okay.
No, I'm good on that one.
I mean, shows like that, we usually have about 2 or 3 people, so it's not just one person in there. But tell you what, we'll go ahead and see about wrapping this one up. I want to say keep checking back in on the YouTubeModelBuilders.com website for all the latest news and info on the Tuesday night presentations, the e-mag, and the live show schedules. The live show is once every month. The e-mag is bi-monthly, comes out every 2 months. The Tuesday night presentations, the format's changed there, where they have a show every other week now, which means this coming Tuesday is going to be a show. Thursday General Hangouts is still every week. So you always got the Thursday night here. You go to the website and sign up for the e-mag to get notifications when it comes out. And that is a PDF file, so you can download it to your telephone, your tablet, your iPhone, or smartphone, I'll say.
Right.
And be able to read it anytime, anywhere you want to. Next week's going to be a rather busy week. Let's see. March the 15th, we've got a Tuesday night hangout. The e-magazine will be coming out also next week. JD and his crew do a great job on that magazine. Of course, you got Thursday night hangout. March the 19th, that's the third Saturday, so you got a show, live show. Be a week from this Saturday. That'll be with Barry and Big Bill, the host. And so it's going to be a rather busy week there. 2 hangouts, a magazine coming out, and a live show. So be a big week. Like one of the talk show hosts used to say way back when, it'll be a really big week. I want to say thank you for participating in tonight's hangout. Jason, appreciate you being on the panel. Dwight for being on the panel. Dave, thank you, sir, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Dave's a new kid on the block. Hopefully we weren't too rough on you. You'll come on back again.
Oh, yeah.
We had a good representation tonight from Australia. Andrew, one of our regulars, was here for a little while. QR Outback, Glenn, he's another part of Australia. And we have a few people over here in the Q&A. We had the Redneck Railroad. Phil was in tonight in the Q&A. Shucks. Who else we have in that Q&A? I didn't see nothing from the professor tonight. Of course, we didn't have Andy on the panel tonight, so
Professor, wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's, yeah.
Oh,
He said,
yeah. But he's busy traveling this week, so
yeah.
I don't know if he's on the road again or not, 'cause he's just down here in Atlanta. Tuesday, Wednesday, left out sometime Thursday morning, this morning. I'm not sure. I think he's got another stop to make for Friday.
Hmm.
But anyway, I want to say thank you to everyone in the Q&A. And with that, I want to say have a good week, good weekend. And this show's in the can.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.